I am live. I am live. According to my thing. So, I don't know if anyone can hear me. If you're there, if anyone's there, one viewer, it's probably myself. But if anyone cares to hang out with me, you can let me know if you can hear me. Hi, can you hear me? Can you hear my voice when I sing to you? There's a delay, so I get to sit and wait. That's how I wait. Yay, you can hear me. So if it's kind of here, let me work on that, because there was an echo last time. Welcome, people who are here. Welcome. Tell me if that works better. Because with the delay, I don't want there to be an echo. Yes, there is a... Oh, you're probably saying yes, you can hear me. So, good. If there's an echo, let me know. I sound great. Thank you, Michael. My hope and dream is now, some of you saw, to go live every Thursday. Turn the sound up. Okay. I don't know if this is working to turn it up, but you're going to have to tell me. But I can hear you. I can get closer to the microphone, and then you can hear me breathe. No echo. I think I fixed the echo problem. I am not going to do the news, though, if I go live, like Red Pill 78 does, because I'm not a news reader person. I kind of get not good. It's not my forte, let's just say. However, I did try to think of some things to talk about, and even though today is not Tuesday, and I mean today is Tuesday, but Thursday when I go live, I'm trying to just come up with some ideas in case I don't get a lot of questions, so it's not a question and answer. I'm trying not to swear. So if I swear, I don't know, maybe I'll put $1 in the piggy bank for my kids or something. Sounds great now? Good. I turned up the volume. And I don't know if you all saw my most recent video, but my most recent video that I did, the reason I keep looking over here is because that's where the chat box is. So, the most recent video that I did is up. It's now monetized. It was demonetized immediately, and they released it. They released the copyright. So if you can watch it again, I'd really appreciate it, because it got demonetized immediately, which is why we have patron accounts. And that is because most of my videos, my longer ones, my deep dig videos, those are demonetized. Except for the one that says Hillary Clinton is a child sex trafficking slave trader, which is totally odd, right? So, I was going to mention somebody I learned about today because it speaks to my video that I just made. And her name is Carla Turner. And I'm going to show... This is not going to... well, hold on. Here she is. I'm going to move this. I'm doing something. You don't know it, but I'm doing something. It's top secret. Top secret doings. Okay. I think I've got it. By Joe, I think I've got it. This is Carla Turner. Oh, okay. Interesting. So, this is a woman who has done research on alien abduction. And the reason that's really good information is because I believe like she does, that alien abduction is demons, that are demons that are causing this to happen, and not aliens, not some, what they would like you to think are some kind of evolved aliens traveling interplanetary travel, coming to Earth and picking people up and hanging out with them. Yeah, always. But, well, this kind of just, these things come to me And I don't even really have to dig for them, which is neat, because the more you learn about this stuff, the more you start to find it. So anyway, she died at 48 years old, of course, probably because she was trying to spread the truth. But what I really found interesting about her, she had interviewed two different women, and one of them had said that the aliens came to her as angels, and that they said, we are in charge of your new bodies when Jesus comes back and creates a new heaven and earth. Yep, I agree, Gina, God's girl. So anyway, this woman thought she saw Jesus and thought he was blonde-haired and blue-eyed and beautiful, and Carla's like, I doubt it, but, go on. And she talks about the whole, abductions, and for her, they were like angels, and it was beautiful. Well, then there's another woman she was talking to that had the opposite. So, okay, but first for the woman with the angels, the angels were going to be in charge of the new bodies, and they said, would you like to see it? And it was like a clone of her. Creepy. When I say clone, I don't know if it was supposed to be walking around talking or not, because I don't recall it being part of the conversation. But this other woman had a completely opposite situation where the aliens took her and they said, if you're not amicable, if you don't do what we're telling you to do, then we're going to take this clone. So this is just like Invasion, the Invasion movie. I always forget the name of these movies, even though I watched it, Invasion of the Body Snatchers, where these alien pods come down. Now, see, I watched this whole movie. I had never seen it before, and me and my parents got together, and we were coming up with movies that were going to be like this idea that I'm talking about, with the clones and everything I talked about, with the alien invasion being demonic and that they need a body, right? So that's why a clone would be good. Well, anyway, in the Invasion of the Body Snatchers, the clones were like created within minutes. The pods created these clones, and it'd make you, the real person, fall asleep. And when the clone was created, you would like shrivel up and just disappear. And the clone was now you walking around and screaming if you were not a clone. It's interesting, but you didn't just scream. But the second woman that she talked to was having the same thing happen, but when they showed her new body, they said, this is a clone, and if you don't do what we say, then we can put this clone on Earth, and no one will know that it's not you. And I'm like, oh, it's like just the movie I watched, and I don't care if it's from 1978. Some of the, it wasn't even computer graphics. They had to use real models and create things, make physical 3D, creatures and stuff, and it still creeped me out a lot. So that had a lot to do with Carla Turner's story, had a lot to do with what I just did a video on. And sometimes I say, well, dang it, I wish I had seen that before. I'm going to change this back here. I wish I had seen that before I did the video, and I don't really feel that way. I feel like it's just more learning, and it's cool because I get to share it with you guys. So that's new. That's new stuff. And then I also watched the Brain Eaters before I made that. So I had the Brain Eaters, and I had Invasion of the Body Snatchers and Venom. Venom was hard to watch because it was really cheesy, so I did not watch the whole thing. But the other two movies I did watch, and Brain Eaters was kind of, they didn't try to have as much of a story back then. They weren't really trying to, create character content much. They were just people that kind of showed up and did something. Some people that showed up and did something. But it was interesting enough, and the idea was creepy. So watched a video of a doctor that interviewed 750 people. 400 of them said they stopped the abductions by rebuking them. And yeah, exactly. And so that's exactly right. Now, I don't know anyone personally, and if I do, they haven't told me, that was abducted by aliens, but this is huge because they don't want you to know that. They don't want you to know that's the way to just stop it. So, anyway, if you were on Friday Night Live with Red Pill 78, I just wanted to go over some of the stuff I had talked about then, especially if you weren't, because I want to reiterate the importance of gold and silver and what we had talked about. And one of the things I really had wanted to mention that I probably forgot was that in 1978, the year I was born, with gold being only $175 an ounce, if my parents had started stacking that right now, I'd have a lot of money. So for instance, if you bought a house in the early 70s for $20,000. That house today, if you had kept that amount of dollars in silver from then to today, it would be like 4 times what you bought back then. But when I say 4 times, actually, I think when I did the math of the what you could get a house for today with that many pieces of silver, that would have taken to get $20,000 as a house back then, you get like a $300,000 house today. So it's not just the one story, one family house of $20,000. You'd have the $300,000 house. But if you had bought gold back then and you kept that $20,000 in gold, today you could have an $800,000 house. So, well, that's why LB, I'm going over it because we were talking about the differences in price, like, with dollars and gold and silver. And I think people say they know about inflation, but really when you look at how much gold is almost tenfold. Gold became tenfold in 2011, what it was in 1978, which is the year I was born. Tenfold, 10 times what it would have cost if my parents would have just bought a few pieces, which is not to blame them. It's just an example. So we did that. I talked about 1999. That was right before the .com crash. Gold was still about the same as in 78. So a person could be all mad and go, well, I bought silver. I'm sorry, not gold, silver. Silver was the same. I bought silver in 78 and in 99 it hasn't gone up. However, there was a silver shortage in 99 and silver did go up after that a few years later. And it's not even an if you knew then. What I'm telling you is it's not too late. You can see that there's been a steady incline. And so I'm not saying, oh, too bad, we can't go back to 1978. I'm saying, hey, let's start now, which is what I did 2 years ago. So I started 2 years ago, and while silver has dropped and gold has dropped, that's because I was coming in at kind of this bear market. But what we're going to see is there's a crash on the way. If you don't believe me, that's cool. But I believe there's a crash on the way, and then silver and gold's going to skyrocket. And it's estimated it could go up tenfold again or more. So, and interestingly enough, minimum wage in 1978 was $2.65. And federal minimum wage is it's all statewide now, but today federal minimum wage is still $7.25, but apparently states can do whatever they want with that. So there you go. And then I had talked about quantum computing and why why crypto won't matter when you have quantum computing, because if you want to learn, I can help you with that because that's what the business I'm in. I don't talk about gold and silver because I'm in the business, of mutual funds, which I'm definitely not. But and I'm not even trying to be rude or a smartass. I'm just saying it literally is my business. But when I learned what I learned, I thought everybody needs to know this. Everybody deserves to know this. And all, now 600 people that watch my videos hopefully will hear that. Yes, please hit the like button. So crypto runs on binary, and that's how it's encrypted. Well, that's how our emails are encrypted too, with proton and countermail and stuff like that. And my kids are around, but I did warn them that they couldn't. Oh, good job. I'm on here though, so don't come all the way down, okay? Okay, good job. Cute kids. Anyway, with crypto, it can be unencrypted when you have quantum computing because it doesn't run on binary. It's ones and zeros and everything in between. It's extremely fast. And so it's not that it will necessarily be worthless. I'm not going to say it's worthless, but it's not going to be anonymous and private. And also, if there was a true dollar crash, and if it did, hi Celia, Dr. Okay, if it did have a true crash, what would happen if the dollar went to zero for real and we were like Venezuela, or even not nearly that bad, but pretty bad, your crypto would be absolutely worthless because there's no computers to work on. There's no crypto to exchange. You can't, unless you can get out of the country and do it somewhere else. But at that point, if quantum computing comes along and 5G, and I'm not going to get into 5G because I don't have a lot of info about that. I have reason to believe there's people that are trying to make it safe. I have reason to believe that it is possible in certain frequencies. But anyway, that's all I know about it. And is going to let you guys know. I'm going to pull this. I don't know if I have the sound on for my desktop. So I don't know if I need it, though. I wanted to play a video for you guys, and so I think James, Mr. Aurora Box, sent this to me, I believe. And it's a video on what's called Teslaphoresis, which I had never heard of, but I had. I just didn't know it was called Teslaphoresis, but it's nanobots being able to come, hi James, nanobots being able to come and assemble themselves, whether it's in your body or what, but they can assemble themselves wherever they are without you. And so I pulled up a video, and I don't even know if sound is, I mean, I'll see if the sound works, and you guys can tell me if it's not working, and then I can play around a little bit, but I'm not going to waste too much time. All you kind of really need to see is that they're showing, and then you can see what it looks like if the echo's back. Oh, I wonder why. Maybe I just need to sit back further. Hold on. How about, maybe that's better. How about that? Is there an echo? Is there an echo in here? Is there an echo in here? I need to find out if you guys can hear the video. So I'm going to do that real quick. I just became an echo. I know.
What we've designed, and we've done this very, very quietly, but we're glad to now release it to the world, is this idea of Teslaphoresis, which is a discovery we made several years ago, and we've been developing it. And Teslaphoresis is, the simplest way to understand it, is self-assembly at a distance.
Let me know if you guys can hear this.
Long-distance assembly of materials. And what we did was, because we're at Rice, we had plenty of nanotubes around, so we decided to use nanotubes. And what we discovered was that these nanotubes can actually string together and form wires by themselves under this electric field.
This fundamental idea of force acting at a distance, that you can have, instead of, you know, when you normally build circuits and things like that, you have to have physical contact. Now we're talking about building circuits without actually touching them.
All right, I'm just dispersing this. Power on, and then up. I realized that a Tesla coil could actually do this if you designed it in a way to create a very strong force field in front of it. And so that was the engineering aspect of it. And then once I designed the machine, then all sorts of discoveries started falling out of it. Oh, that was a good one!
Teslaphoresis is one of those things, it's a project that there are just so many avenues, so many things that I think you can do with it. Not just making conductive wires, but taking it in so many different places, not only just biomedical and engineering, but taking it into different industries like silicone chips or exploring different conductive materials.
This also ties in just generally in nanotechnology that self-assembly is very big. That is, if you can get things to build themselves, just as in biology, we build ourselves.
When my son saw it, he called them webs. You know, he thought it was like Spider-Man shooting webs out. And it really is. It's very much like a web sort of stringing out together. And that was a surprising finding. And the physics of that is actually a lot richer than what we had originally thought. So there is new science coming out of this as we go.
Okay, well, sorry, somebody said to turn it up, but unfortunately, I saw that when the video was already over because there's a pretty long delay. My best friend's dad, when I was a kid, was a physics professor at Rice. His name is Ken Smith. Rice is a hub for nano. Yeah, I would say so, right? I'm going to go back to my face. There I am. There's my face. Yeah, is batteries not included like the movie? Is that the movie? I mean, oh, and by the way, people, there's a new addition to my chat box. If you're, feeling like it, I know there's not a scroll of people where you need to get your chat seen that I can see it, but I do have super chat now. So one of these days, if I get on a regular Thursday deal, that maybe I'll get monetized that way every time YouTube demonetizes me, which is fine though, because as I said in my most recent video, they took the copyright off. There was a copyright, not really strike, but somebody's trying to say that I owed something for the video, and they released it. I just shook the whole camera. Talking about Facebook. Chemistry for inventing the buckyball. Oh, yeah. Yeah. That's true. I remember that. Yeah, some of that science stuff is coming back to me. It's been a while. Oh, I know. You know what? I know how to turn up the desktop audio now. I was trying to turn it down when there was an echo. My bad. So, anyway, that was kind of like I'm announcing tonight that I'm going to start doing a Thursday live every Thursday, unless something comes up and my kids need me or something serious happens or I can't, whatever. But I'm going to try to do that every Thursday, and I'm not going to do like a news article or anything. His name is Richard Smalley. It's why I'm kind of concerned with the push for carbon 60 all of a sudden. Okay. Yeah, I'm going to, this will be something I'm going to keep digging on since I've looked at nanotechnology. I'm kind of like I share while I'm learning. So I might make a video and then learn something that I didn't know and didn't put in that video. And like I said in the beginning, sometimes I get a little bummed because I'm like, I wish I would have known that before I watched or before I made that video. But again, a lot of work goes into these videos too. So sometimes I don't really want to add more stuff into it, and I don't really want to, change the script after I've done it. So I just put it up and I say it's okay. I can do that on the next one, and that's kind of what I did with the sentient black goo. I'd actually learned about it probably a couple months ago, and I couldn't put it in that video. It was when I was doing the McKinsey & Company video. I had started learning about it, and I'm like, I need to do that. So ultimately, here's what I've decided is that's what Dustin Nemo sounds interesting. So here's what I've decided. Ultimately, McKinsey & Company has a quantum computer probably. They're definitely using quantum computing. I was saying I wanted to get to the bottom of what that company was, why they have their hands in everything. It's because they probably have a quantum computer. What they do is you hire them, and they'll come in and do some data analysis on your company to try to help you make your company better somehow. Well, somehow being they're going to do a lot of data pooling and analyzing that would normally take possibly months to do, that they can do quickly. And so what I know now is that Brendan hired McKinsey Company in 2015 when they were doing some of that spying, and paid him $10 million. And so they're using quantum computers. That would totally tell us why he would pay them $10 million to come in and do an assessment. So, yeah, interesting. Thanks, because I'm going to look at that, Celia, and I'm going to even take a little note of that, because if I don't write it down, it'll just kind of go out the brain, because that's not something specific. I know what you're talking about with the buckyballs, but it's not something I've specifically looked at, connected, or seen. I'm not even seeing anybody go, this is, or if I did see it, it didn't link up in my brain. But okay, so that's it. Unless you guys have questions, my announcement is I have super chat now. So if anyone ever wants to use that function, thanks. But I also have Patreon, which is patreon.com/LadyLiberty17. And then you can also sign up with my gold and silver company, which is www.7kmetals.com/LadyLiberty. And I want to congratulate some people that just got signed up. I just had a lot of people sign up, that are buying silver. One of them was buying silver today, and it was exciting to hear his voice on the other line, because he's like, yes, I just bought silver. I mean, that is awesome. And just wait till he has it in his hands. And then he's rolling in it and sleeping with it. And, you know, it's going to be great. I put up a picture of this one, but I'm going to show you guys live. This is one of my new 2-ounce. And I'm getting 2 more 2-ounce rump. That's funny. Trump rounds, not rump rounds. But I'm getting 2 more of those. I'm excited. Oh, thanks, James. Aw. Be still my heart. But this is 2 ounces. Not only is it cool, like collectible, but it's fun. It's fun. Black Eagle, I'm not giving anything away. What I'm giving away is the knowledge and power to buy. And you can buy with me. Join my company with me. Oh, thanks. Aw. Second, actually. I think somebody jumped the gun on you. But I love it. I love you guys. You have no idea. You become such good friends to me. This is the coolest part, is becoming friends this way. But there'll come a day where we'll all hang out in person, and it's going to be super special and amazing. Yeah, James beat you. But thanks, guys. You make me want to kind of cry a little bit. But I can't mess up my makeup. So, anyway, www.7kmetals.com/Lady Liberty. And I want to congratulate a dear friend of mine who I can't mention because some people just need to remain anonymous. But he just got to a point with my company where he can start earning $500 paychecks. Woo! And, you know, I don't earn a whole lot of money, but I earn enough for them to pay my bills and to buy my gold and silver for me. Just bought 6 more coins today because silver went down to $14.87 when I bought. So, any questions? Anyone? Bueller? Yay, Saturday, making first silver purchase. Woo! It's a beautiful thing. Thank you for saying great work in all my videos. But it is a beautiful thing to hold. I mean, this is fun to hold something that's in plastic, but it's more fun when I get the stuff I can clank and like I pour in people's hands and they drop it and they go, "Oh, I'm sorry." And I go, "It's okay," because it's still valuable with the ding on it. Some of these that don't have dings, though, might be a little more valuable. My makeup's rocking all right. Yeah, see, if I cry, who knows? Like my tears could stream up or down and just, you know, I might like wipe it off, you know, and then I'll make all those noises that nobody wants to hear, and because they all complain of poor red pills noises. Hi. All right, a child. You can say hi.
Hi.
She's a little ballet dancer. And she's good at it. Much better than I am because I don't have that kind of skill. I can't twirl. Thank you.
I love you.
So, yeah, 2-ounce Trump rumps. I'm going to call them that, the 2-ounce Trump rump. It's always a good time to buy, Lisa, but even if spot price goes up, what I tell people is put aside so much money a month that you can afford to, like, junk silver's great. Absolutely. Like, if you can only put $300 aside a month, just put $300 aside and don't worry about what spot price goes up or down. Just get, just get $300 a month of gold and silver. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if you're not paying attention. I mean, you're going to pay attention because you're buying it and you care, but you just put that money aside and you buy it anyway. And you don't stress about it because it goes up and down, but mostly continues to go up. Just like I said, from 1978 until in 2011, gold was tenfold. And silver went up to $48 an ounce in 2011. Isn't that right?
Uh-huh.
What's real money? Is the paper green dollar real money?
Uh-huh. I don't know.
Is this real money?
Yeah.
What is this?
Gold and silver?
Well, yes, silver. So. So, yep. Junk silver, there's 9 states that, I don't have a husband. Wait, that's somebody else. I can't read. I think I made a video, but I talked about it with Red Pill that there's 9 states that it's legal tender to use gold and silver. And the bank of all banks, the bank of all central banks, which is in Sweden, and they just call it the Basel, like 1, 2, 3, 4. They do all these Basel agreements. The Basel III, which a lot of these gold and silver people have been talking about, are saying that gold is going to go to tier 1, which is going to make it worth its value, worth what it's supposed to be. They've been holding it down. And so when they do that, it could go up another tenfold, and it's at $1,200 today. So if it goes up tenfold,
I like your eyeballs.
ooh, I like my eyeballs too. If it goes up tenfold, now it won't do it overnight. It's going to go up a little bit by little bit by little bit.
Can I draw a picture?
If you go over there and do it.
Yeah.
But it could go up to tenfold again. And so banks are hoarding gold because if it doesn't go tenfold, then they won't be able to even cover what they owe for loans and debts if the dollar crashes. That's what they're all planning for. And if they're stacking gold, then you should be too. And it's not just gold. JP Morgan has been stacking huge amounts of silver. Why? I think it's because if the dollar crashes, they want to have control of Wall Street. So just got a raise. Thank you, President Trump. Woo! Start buying silver. You know, you can email me at it's ladyliberty@countermail.com, but you don't have to even buy from my company. I'll still answer your questions. It's not about how you're going to do something for me. It's about everybody has the right to learn. Everybody deserves to know about gold and silver. And I'm not going to keep that a secret from anybody. It's why I started YouTube in the first place. I mean, yeah, if you got to like put some money away, a savings account is a bad idea. My savings account is silver. This is how I save. If I really had to go cash this in, which I could, because the New York Stock Exchange does have a dollar amount for gold and silver, I can go cash it in with my company. They buy back. Or if I was really desperate, I can go to a local coin shop or a pawn shop. Can you go use it to get gas? Not in this state, but there's 9 states that you can. So, there you go. I just went on a spiel about gold and silver. Silver galoshes. Ah, see? She knows. Anything else? Anyone want to know?
Oh, I want to know. Look.
Woo! She almost hit me in the face.
You can't see it very big. It's a girl. It's a mommy. It's you smiling at me, sliding on the slide.
Okay, so anyway, we're gonna start the bidding at $50. Just kidding. All right. Anything else? Any questions? I know I'm on a delay, so I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna sway and wait. Sway and wait. Is there any questions? I don't have any other notes to talk about.
Is there any questions?
Beautiful. Beautiful. Bravo. 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 Yes, 1 ounce. Start with 1 ounce. You know what? I didn't really start stacking until 6 months into it. And then it just like was able to get more and more. And the more money I earned with my company by talking about it, the more silver I bought and some gold. How do you get your gold and silver out of a precious metals IRA? Oh, Felix, that's a great question. The best place to get junk silver to hold and use, my company sells junk silver, but you got to buy it at $1,000. It's $100 face value, so it's around $1,000. But you can, I don't know who else does junk silver. However, about the IRA question, we have a gold and silver IRA, but what they do is they put, thank you, Lisa. I will answer your questions. You email me, ladyliberty@countermail.com. Like I said, it doesn't matter if you buy from me or not. I'm going to answer questions. We have a gold and silver IRA. Now, I would assume that if you want to move your IRA to our company, you'd be able to do that. But of course, you can cash it out because they put physical gold and silver into a secure warehouse for your IRA. Oh, what's that?
It's a koala, girl koala.
Looks like a koala. She looks like she's in a tree.
I love you.
I love you too. That's not a secret.
I'm talking about them too.
All right, the 9 states. Let me pull it up for. I saved it on a bookmark because I. Ooh,
A
don't do
bookmark.
that. Oof, don't do that.
Why?
Because it's too loud when you come right up into it like that.
Can I try?
SD Bullion does not to pimp someone else. I don't know.
Me too.
Sorry. No, don't. Hold on just a second. All right, I'm going to turn this to the screen. All right, these are the states. Wyoming, Utah, Arizona, Kansas, Missouri, Indiana, Tennessee, South Carolina, Oklahoma, Louisiana, and Texas. Why not Montana? I don't know.
Texas.
That was right in my ear. So this is, if you can't see the website up top, I have it saved and I can send it. I'll just put it in the chat. I can do that. Magical. Yeah, so, Louisiana, Utah, and Texas have passed legislation. Hello. You know, John, I only have one that I can show you. Yep, I'm live on Thursdays. Going to start going live on Thursdays. But these are the 9 states, guys, that, you know, it's legal tender now. And actually, one of these was as long as March 10th of 2011, but it shows that they're preparing. Yeah, well, I'm in Montana, and I can't. SD Bullion sells junk silver. Oh, no, that's fine. SD Bullion is cool. It's, there were 2 pharmacists before that. It's a great story. Totally cool story. But, you know, of course, I buy from my own company. So, anyway, 2014 for Oklahoma. That's good. 2015 for Arizona. Of course, we got some lunatics in there now, so they might try to change it. So there you go. You can use it for legal tender in those states. And it just shows they're preparing. So when you see that all these banks are... I don't have that on yet, but hold on. All these banks are hoarding up gold. And then, you know, JP Morgan is hoarding up silver. Then you can see why. Because they see that this day is coming. I don't know when the dollar will crash or if it even will. No Washington on that list. But, you know, I don't know if the dollar will ever crash in our lifetime, but at least I'm prepared if it does. And even if I only had one piece of silver. Okay, we got one more picture.
Gru.
It's Gru, you know, from Despicable Me, guys. Obviously. He just needs a scarf.
Oh, yeah.
So, anyway, somebody asked if I was showing any silver, but this is the only one I brought over to show. Because I think I've shown everything else. Although not all the same people are always on. But this is the only one I have a whole suitcase full of silver, but it's not available. I'd have to plan ahead on that. So,
one more.
okay, well, anything else?
Anything else.
Okay, there's the scarf. All right. Now it's perfect. Absolutely perfect. Excellent work.
Bye-bye.
Yeah. Okay. Good job. That was a good exit. That was a perfect exit. So you can email me, ladyliberty@countermail.com. I will, like I said, I'm not going to push my business on you. I'm going to answer your questions. I'll mention it. I'll say go look at it because it is a gold and silver company. It is the best prices because it's at wholesale cost. But SD Bullion's a good company. They're good people. If that's who you want to buy from and you still want to ask me questions, that's fine. I'll answer them. So email me every Thursday night. I'm going to try every Thursday night to go live. Shouldn't be any problem. I have help usually with these ones, but I told them they could come and drop by. That's fine. Whatever. JM Bullion. Yeah, well, email me questions because my company is a membership, kind of like Costco. So we have a lot of more benefits of just buying gold and silver. You can get paid. You can get money to travel. You can, meet a great community like me. 7K Metals, www.7kmetals.com/Lady Liberty is me. Or you can just go to 7kmetals.com. What is it?
3054.
Close.
3054.
Yeah. That's not the web address.
I'm saying red dress.
Yeah, my company
red
is 7K.
dress.
It's called 7K Metals.
Red dress.
Red dress.
Red dress. Red dress. I can't say it.
So, yeah, it's a fun company. I've made so many new friends. And it's different because it's at cost, but it's like, stop that, please. Hey, thanks. It's at cost, but it's like Costco. It's a membership. Like I said, if somebody doesn't want to do it that way, I will still answer questions. Not a big deal. Because everybody deserves to just get started however they want to get started. See? Yeah. She's copying me now. Okay, that's enough. Well, LB, it's okay to never have bought and just window shop, but you could start with just 1 ounce. And that's my company. You know, a lot of these companies, they'll give you a good price after you buy 10 coins or more of the same one. And I even have a friend who's a dealer, and I buy stuff from him once in a while, like my 2 ounce bullet and stuff. But even the same way, I have to buy more to get a good deal. With my company, I can buy 1 at cost, or I can buy 20 at cost. Like, I don't have to buy 10 of the same one. I can buy 6 different things and still get them all at cost, or one different, one thing, or 20. And there's quite a few options. You can see the pricing. You can see what we have in the shop when you go to the website. There's pricing thing at the top, but that's it. 7K Metals it's 7kmetals.com/Lady Liberty. So I'll type it. I forget I can do that.
Cheers.
Cheers. I forget I can do this. Oh, I forgot the www dot. Add a www dot at the beginning of the 7K Metals. She's just very distracting for me. Very distracting. And then I'll put an email in here. And then I will put my patron in here, because why not? Obnoxious. Because sometimes people don't want to buy gold and silver. They just want to help out the cause. So, I think that's all correct. Okay. Remember what I said?
Yeah.
Yes, okay. You're hogging my spotlight. She's hogging my spotlight. Any other questions? Any other questions?
Any other question?
Oh, if I take the camera off, then maybe she'll disappear, because she won't stare into the camera. $50 a paycheck? Yeah, I mean, that'd be great. You know how much silver that would be right now? Since it was $48 an ounce in 2011, it'd only be 1 ounce of silver every paycheck. But right now, it was $14.80 today for an ounce of silver. That would be a great amount of money to start stacking. You can buy dime size too, like this. This is a dime. You don't have to buy a whole ounce. You can buy from grams up to a kilo, man. Oh my gosh. Okay, so I think I'm gonna go now, because she needs to brush her teeth and go to bed, and so does the other one, because there are 2 of them. It is a lot of work. It is so much work, but it's wonderful. What neat little humans.
Can you keep your eyes open for 100 minutes?
Without blinking?
Yeah.
No.
Let's do a staring contest until
Okay.
somebody blinks.
See you Thursday, guys. I'm going to let you ask me questions on my email and stuff, and I'm going to go for now.
Staring contest.
And you guys rock. I appreciate you. If you weren't here, I wouldn't be here. You're the reason I'm here. So God bless. Good night.